All right, welcome back, everyone. Today, we're diving into a topic that's not just fascinating, but also incredibly important for our emotional well-being, self-love, and the characteristics of those who might lack it. You know, it's like trying to fill a cup with water when there's a hole in the bottom. You can pour in all the love and affection from others, but if you don't have that self-love, it just leaks out.
Wow. That's a really vivid image. So, what are some of the signs that someone might be lacking love in their heart? I mean, is it just about how they treat others, or is it more complex than that?
Great question. So, people who lack love often exhibit a lot of fear. They struggle to face others' emotions because they're terrified of hurting someone or being disliked. Imagine being in a relationship where every time your partner shows anger or impatience, you feel this gut-wrenching fear of abandonment. It's like walking on eggshells, right?
That sounds really intense. So it's almost like they're trapped in this cycle of fear, but how does that affect their relationships in the long run?
Exactly. It can be devastating. When someone has a low sense of self-worth, they believe that if they're not perfect, they won't be accepted. This leads them to demand perfection from themselves, which is exhausting. They might seem superficially loving, but their love is often passive and heavily dependent on others' approval. It's like they're trying to fill a void with someone else's validation.
That's so interesting. So it's like they're putting on a mask, right? But what about self-love? How does someone even begin to cultivate that if they've never really experienced it from others?
Self-love is crucial. It starts with accepting oneself and recognizing your own worth. Many people struggle with this because they haven't received love from others, which makes it hard to understand how to love themselves. It's like trying to bake a cake without knowing what ingredients you need. You can't create something delicious if you don't know what goes into it.
Haha, I love that analogy. So it's all about those early experiences, right? Like if someone had a tough childhood, how does that play into their adult relationships?
Absolutely. Early experiences, especially negative treatment from caregivers, can lead to internalized feelings of worthlessness. It's like carrying a backpack full of rocks into adulthood. As they grow, they might carry those negative perceptions into their relationships, leading to anxiety and avoidance of intimacy. It's a heavy load to bear.
Wow, that's a lot to unpack. So how can someone start to let go of those rocks and really embrace self-love?
Great question. To cultivate self-love, one must learn to accept imperfections and invest in personal growth. It's not about superficial indulgence, like treating yourself to a spa day, but about understanding and nurturing yourself. Building meaningful relationships and allowing yourself to be vulnerable is key. It's like planting a garden. You have to tend to it regularly to see it flourish.
I see. So it's a process, right? How important is patience in this journey of self-discovery?
Patience is absolutely crucial. Understanding psychological concepts can help individuals navigate their feelings and experiences. Engaging with supportive communities and seeking professional guidance can also foster healing and growth. It's like learning to ride a bike. You're going to fall a few times before you get the hang of it.
Haha, I can totally relate to that. So what's the ultimate takeaway here?
Ultimately, embracing the truth about oneself, no matter how painful, is the first step toward a new beginning. Self-love is a continuous journey that requires effort, understanding, and compassion. It's about being kind to yourself even when you stumble. Remember, every step you take is a step toward healing.
That's really inspiring. I feel like I need to start my own self-love journey right now.